From when the movie will be released, to what the plot could be about. This is everything we know about Avatar 3, including new leaked plot details. Fans waited more than a decade to finally see the Avatar sequel, The Way of Water. Luckily, audiences won't have to wait too much longer to see the third installment of the Avatar franchise, as production is already underway on the upcoming film, as it also is for Avatar 4 too. Though much of the third movie is being kept under wraps, there are a few facts we know, starting with when people can go see the film on the big screen. At the moment, Avatar 3 will be released in movie theaters on December 20th, 2024. For the most part, this date seems to be as set in stone as it can be, but that doesn't mean it won't change. However, the release of the third film has already been pushed back quite a bit. It's been delayed for years already, because this has allowed director James Cameron to have the time to really think the story through, as well as for the special effects team to really prepare to get to work. Most insiders think that the third film of Avatar won't be pushed back anymore. But of course, it did take more than a decade for the Avatar sequel to be released. Luckily, work is already underway for Avatar 3. According to the director and many of the movie franchise's stars, they've already filmed the bulk of the movie. In fact, the producer of the film even claimed that some of Avatar 3 and Avatar 4 were filmed during the shooting of the sequel movie. While James Cameron has said that the third movie is just about done with filming, the actress Zoe Saldana has clarified that it's more like 70% done. They'll be shooting the rest of the film this upcoming summer in 2023, with Avatar's team of experts having more than a year to really work on the special effects of the movie. Thus, we'll likely be getting the third and maybe even the fourth movie well before the next decade is up, which is more optimistic than how fans felt after the first Avatar was made. Because Avatar 3 is still in production, and because we have more than a year to wait for it, we don't know too much about the film. Rumors are swirling that the movie is going to be titled Avatar 3: The Seed Bearer, though this hasn't been officially confirmed yet. Even if it's titled that so far, titles change all the time, so this one might not be set in stone yet. As for the plot, well, that's also being kept under wraps. But we do know some interesting tidbits. First, let's do a quick recap of what we saw in Avatar: The Way of Water. During the dramatic climax, Jake Sully and Neytiri's son Neteyam was shot and killed. Devastating moment for the Sully family. However, the end of the film saw the Sully family choose to remain with the Metkayina clan. As the movie came to a close, it was clear that Jake would do everything in his power to protect his family from the RDA and his enemies. His son's death will likely haunt him forever, but he won't let anyone else die because of them. As we're getting 3 more movies, Jake's problems with the RDA are likely not anywhere near being over. This ending sets up future conflict nicely for the Avatar franchise. And what's to come in the third movie's plot, though it remains unknown, can be seen in the characters that are returning and the new characters we'll be introduced to. Obviously, Neteyam will not be returning for the third movie. However, Jake and Neytiri will be back, as will their children Kiri, Loak, and Tuk. Spider is also set to return, as is Colonel Quaritch. Spider and Quaritch could have quite a lot of storylines in the upcoming film, as Spider saved Colonel Quaritch, his father, and Jake's enemy. If the Sully family, the family that took Spider in, learn that he saved their enemy, this could become a huge family drama with dire consequences. After all, I doubt Quaritch is just going to forget his war with Jake. In many ways, this all but confirms that Quaritch will continue to be one of the movie's main villains, just as he was in Avatar 2. But he's not the only villain. Nope. Parker Selfridge is also set to return as one of the third film's big bads. If you'll remember, Parker Selfridge was a side villain in the first Avatar, though he wasn't really in Avatar 2 and only appeared in a cameo spot. However, the actor Giovanni Ribisi, who plays Parker Selfridge, has signed on to appear in the third film in a major way, so we can expect him to likely play a big villain in this upcoming movie as well. We'll also continue to see more of the Metkayina clan in Avatar 3. Ronal, Tanawari, and Rhea will also appear. Rather interestingly, Mick Scoresby will also return in the third film, which many fans may be surprised about considering many thought he died in Avatar 2. But it appears he lived and evaded death much as Quaritch did, which once again sets up another antagonistic character to return to the story. So we now know which characters we'll see again in Avatar 3 and how they could influence the plot. Now let's look at some of the new characters that will be introduced in the film. Perhaps most exciting, Oscar-winning actress Michelle Yeoh is set to appear as the character Dr. Karina Moog. While not much is known about her character, we do know that she'll also appear in the later Avatar movies too. David Thewlis has also joined the third film as an unnamed actor. All we know about this new character is that he's a Na'vi character and will be a huge part of the upcoming movies as well. This could hint that he's some sort of leader, or maybe even a rival or villainous Na'vi character. After all, we are going to be introduced to the Ash people in Avatar 3, which will be led by a character named Varong played by Una Chaplin. Chaplin will also be in the rest of the Avatar movies. So who are the Ash people? Well, we don't know too much. All we know about these interesting new characters is that they will be antagonists to some degree to the Sully family.
So I've worked with James Cameron on Avatar, and it's a very, very highly technical, sophisticated form of filmmaking.
Some reports even indicate that they will be a fully evil Na'vi tribe that may have some power or connection to fire rather than water. This will be interesting to see, as we'll learn more about Pandora and all the different Na'vi that we've yet to see. It's also rumored that audiences will meet at least 2 new Na'vi clans in Avatar 3. As the Ash people will be one clan, what could the second clan be? Will they be good or evil? We'll have to wait and see. While the plot is being kept under wraps, this casting of villainous characters helps us see what the movie could be about. Plus, we can forget about the RDA. They're not going to quit their quest. After all, they want to expand their power more in Pandora and make it more habitable for humans. Humans want to control Pandora no matter what, and they won't cease their quest until they have what they want. This means Jake and the Sully family will have an awful lot of enemies to look out for, as they may be pitted against both the RDA and this new Na'vi clan, the Ash people. Of course, there's no telling just how evil the Ash people are. Can they be talked to? Could the Sully family win them over to their side? And then, could we see these two clans end up banding together to defend Pandora against the RDA? At this point, anything is possible. When talking about what to expect in Avatar 3, producer John Landau said, "There are good humans and there are bad humans. It's the same thing on the Na'vi side. Oftentimes, people don't see themselves as bad. What is the root cause of how they evolve into what we perceive as bad? Maybe there are other factors there that we aren't aware of." If he's hinting at what we can expect from the Ash people, this could mean that they're more complex than anything. They may be initially portrayed as evil, but maybe they'll still be able to help the Sully family protect their own. Regardless of how the new clan is portrayed, one thing's certain: Avatar 3 is gonna be a whole lot of fun to watch. So, from what the plot could be about, to when the movie will be released, this was everything we know about Avatar 3.